It's been quite a long time. I think it's been about 3 months since I was here recording a journal, and I've just been missing you all, and I really, really wanted to get back. I miss you, and I miss your lovely comments, and yeah. So here I am, very rusty, but I'm just gonna go for it. I kind of feel like I need to clear my physical decks and my mental decks so that I can get back on a nice straight and narrow routine. So my name's Jules, and if you're new here, you wouldn't know that. And if you're one of my lovely returning viewers, you may have forgotten my name, it's been so long. My channel is So Sweet Violet, and I vlog and chat all about the crafty side of my life, all those things that make me me, make me happy, and kind of make me tick. So I've got myself a lovely cup of coffee in, I don't use this mug very often. I bid on it on eBay a couple of years ago, and I think it cost me £50. Don't tell PT. Mind you, it's long gone now, so if you hear creaking, it's my chair. I'm sitting on a pillow today because I'm quite short and this chair's very low, so I thought a pillow might help. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. So, what do I need to tell you? I live in West Sussex with my husband PT and our gorgeous little whippet Mabel, who is now 6. Can't believe that. I have 2 grown-up children who have flown the nest. But my daughter, who is my eldest, who is 29, has come back to work with me. So that is really fun, and I can't believe, like, if I'd have looked back on, you know, when you're younger and you think, oh, I would love to look forward into life. I would never imagine this, but it's so lovely. It's really lovely. I feel really blessed. Some days are hard, you know, because I'm used to working on my own, or I was used to working on my own. And so I do miss the kind of quiet, still brain space that comes with working on my own. But I did used to get lonely, and we basically chat and giggle all day and make things. But on Wednesdays, we're trying out on new things. She works 4 days a week. This is so rambly, and I've not even got into anything, but I'm just going with it today. I'm just allowing myself to do what I like. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to put up with me rambling. So she works 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday, and then we both have Fridays off. Friday is my day, usually, although it doesn't really often work out, but anyway, supposed to be my day, Friday my day. But now she's working from home on Wednesdays, which is today, because I'm planning on recording on Wednesdays, not every Wednesday. And the alternate Wednesdays, it's just quiet brain day. I need that. I really need that. So what else do I need to tell you? So today's date is Wednesday the 17th of November. This is episode 62. Oh, you can find all the show notes down below this video on YouTube. There'll be clickable links, and yeah, we have a shop which is, I tell you what, our shop is fully loaded at the moment. I spent all day yesterday photographing new products, editing the photos and listing them in our shop, and it is so loaded with the most gorgeous things. So I'll put on the screen our shop. There'll be a link below. Yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much about that. It's a beautiful autumn day today. So pretty. This is George's old bedroom, which I can feel that crack in my heart just Oh, it's not quite healed yet. And we recently just got a new bed and new bedding. Do you like my new bedding? Can't really see very well. It's so pretty. I got it from HomeSense and it was supposed to be £110 and it was £29.99 and it's so pretty. I love it. And the bed's so comfy. I think I need a home holiday. You know, just a few days off where you don't go away or anything. And I think I'm going to sleep in this bedroom and pretend I'm actually on holiday because that bed looks so tempting. If you hear any of those noises outside, banging and rattling and crunching, we've got our lovely builders back again doing the patio in our garden. So I may try and get some footage for that for next time. What else? Oh, can we please just take a moment to look at my hair? I know, it actually looks a mess, but we're pretending it doesn't because this has been my goal for years, to have my hair long enough to put up in Heidi plaits. It's not looking good here, but I had an idea. I thought if I had a brown, thinnish, long scarf, I could plait it in with the plaits and then bring it up and tie it so I had like a little knot at the top. I'm not sure if that's going to look good or terrible or help at all. But I found, I think it was called a man's cravat on eBay, and it's brown silk. I mean, it's gross really when you think about it. It doesn't sound nice at all, but I think it will look good. So yeah, ultimate goals, Heidi hair. I'm getting there. That rhymed, didn't it? Oh, what else do I need to say? Okay, I'm going to touch briefly on, I feel a bit twisted, let me twist around. I'm going to just talk briefly on why I haven't been here. My health, as you know if you're a long time viewer, my health has been very, very up and down, what with my back and fibromyalgia and just, I don't know what, mental health issues. I have been really struggling for a few months now. I think even last time I podcast I was struggling a bit, but yeah, it's been pretty bad. It's been a really bad spell, but I do feel like I'm coming out of it again, and I'm really trying to look after myself and thinking about my life and trying to simplify things because I have to. If I overdo it, even if sometimes I think, oh, it's fine, you know, because quite often I'll finish work at 2:30 and then that'll be me for the day, and then sometimes I'll push on until 4, but in a couple of days time after doing that I will be literally exhausted. I will be in the kind of state that Bryony calls it a mummy coma, but it's basically I just have to lay down. I don't want to speak to anybody. I can move my body, but it's huge effort. And my brain is just, I can't even explain what my brain feels like. It's just so muzzy and confused. So I'm really, a friend of mine said to me, you need to stop while you still feel good. And I'm struggling with doing that, but that is something I need to work on. So I'm trying very hard to do that. Anyway, that is so much rambling. Let's have a look at what's in the making, and there really isn't very much. When I don't feel great, I just want to knit on the simplest things going. So what have I done? I've finished quite a few things, so I had some designs in the making. I've got a pair of socks here. I lost my sock mojo. I mean, that is just no good, is it? My first work in progress is a pair of NYX socks, which is a pattern that I released, was it a couple of weeks ago? And I'll show you more about that in Jooles' pattern section. I don't even know what that should be called, but so these are some socks using my NYX sock pattern. that are going to be a gift for my friend with teeny tiny little feet. I think she's got a size 3 feet, and these socks are actually a bit snug, or even on the small size sock blockers. They're so cute, aren't they? The yarn, I don't know what the base is, but I know it was from Dandelion and Dogwood from several years ago actually. And the boucle top is from Lay Family Yarns. So I'm nearly finished on these. Oh gosh, I'm in such a tanglement here. Well, that'll have to do. So I've nearly finished these. I've done the toe, done the heel, and I'm even on the cuff. So I need to finish doing this cuff and then carry on and do more cuff in this cute fluffy stuff. And this is a DK, oh hello. This is a DK sock pattern, so this is DK as well. Excuse me. You see, I feel confused because there's so much I need to tell you that comes before this in the making. Sorry, I had a coughing fit then, came out of nowhere. But anyway, I'm going to carry on and I think it'll all make sense later. The star is actually on there to mark the back of the sock because there are a couple more stitches in the back than there are at the front. It's got a Go Day heel, which is probably better to show you on here. Got a Go Day heel, a beanie toe, so a knit toe up. And then they have a normal cuff and then a boucle cuff. Come in 3 sizes. Oh, see, I'm talking about my pattern and I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be talking about my works in progress. So these are a gift for one of my very dear friends, as I said, with teeny tiny little feet. They knit up so quickly because they are DK. Yeah, not much more to say about these really, except that they are being snuggled in, oh, my lovely bag. Oh, isn't that so pretty? This is from my gorgeous friend Kelly, who is Kelly Lay Family Yarns. Look inside, so pretty. I love this bag. It holds such gorgeous memories. So yeah, and I think I'm going to call these, I don't know why I'm sniffing it. I think I'm going to call these Mrs. Claus because I don't think Father Christmas would wear that colour. He'd definitely only wear red, don't you think? So I think these are Mrs. Claus socks. But the actual pattern is St. Nick socks. Okay, so that's my first work in progress. Oh, I'm using Chalgoo fixed needles, which are my ultimate favourite. Next up, okay, so I was feeling very, I've had the biggest knitting slump, really have. Oh, so cozy. And my lovely friend Amy said to me, why don't you work on your happy patchwork blanket? I said, I finished my happy patchwork blanket. I don't know if you can see, but it's up there on that little stack of quilts and blankets. So you should start another one. But I said, I don't need another blanket. It doesn't matter if you need one or not. So and I thought, actually, that's very true. And then I got to thinking, hang on a minute, my children are getting older. I want to be a granny with Heidi Platts. Let's make some baby things. So I'm going to start a grandchildren basket. So I started off with a baby blanket. A happy patchwork baby blanket. And this all came about. I have this tin. Oh, what was that? Oh dear, it's my little mouse lamp. I have this tin of all of my beautiful bits. I mean, this is a big tin. Isn't it lovely? It's a Tilda tin from actually years ago. But inside it's just stuffed with really tiny bits like this. Very tiny. But I am knitting this blanket with 36 stitches. So I cast on 18, put a, what do you call it, stitch marker, and then cast on another 18. So that makes them 36 stitch squares. And the squares, oh, I'm seeing all the leaves just blowing, so pretty. And each square takes 2.2 grams. So you can see, oh, there we go, that's a good picture. 2.2 grams per square. So you can use up really tiny bits. Originally, that tin of beautiful bits was to make a Battenberg blanket by lovely Sandra of Cherry Heart. But I have made a few, the little squares. And they're so cute, but I just know what I'm like. Crochet is just not my, when I want comfort, I never reach for crochet. I just reach for knitting. So I decided to do a similar thing to the Battenberg, but do it in the Happy Patchwork. So this is the Mitre Square blanket, and they, have I got details on my, I think I've got some details on my Ravelry page of how I do it. And if I haven't, I will put some on there. So I've got 3 rows and I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 wide. I'm hoping this is going to be a kind of good size for a baby. And I'm alternating all the beautiful bits with Drops Gnawed. I think I had the label somewhere, but I'm sure you'll believe me when I say it's Drops Gnawed in the, I'm pretty sure this is off-white. And I've just ordered some more of this because it's on offer on Wool Warehouse at the moment. So I've ordered some more of this, and to get free shipping, I've also ordered bits of fluff. The same quantity in a really lovely oatmeal colour, because I thought that would look so pretty with blues and greens and purples. More boy colours, but I'm not really into that boy girl thing, but yeah, that's what I was thinking anyway. So yeah, my baby Happy Patchwork blanket. Look at the colours though. Oh, this does bring me so much joy. I don't know what it is about these tiny little squares. Perhaps it's that feeling of achievement, you know, when you do a square, you're like, oh, I've finished a project. So pretty. I cannot see what I'm showing you, so hopefully I'm showing you what I think I'm showing you, which is the pretty squares. So yeah, that's my baby Happy Patchwork blanket, and my plan is, hang on, my plan is to do a similar thing to this. I made this for like a dolly cover, which I haven't got any dollies, but yeah. And I backed it with fabric, and then I did a really tiny crochet scalloped edge, and I'm planning on doing the same thing, I think, because it just makes a really lovely, I don't know, like a quilt almost. It's not joined together anywhere, but I might have to join it. I'm not sure, but I love it. So that's my idea for my baby Happy Patchwork. Whether I will do that, I don't know, but getting this out, oh, I've forgotten how cute it is. So lovely. Can you imagine a jumper like that? So cute. Okay, right, next project, because I'm going to be here forever otherwise, and I want to make these a bit more snappy. So my last work in progress, which is not actually true, I do have 2 others. I have, what do I have? I have my Whitmore cardigan, which has seen a bit of progress, but not much because of the little brain, and some tiny mini socks. But my other project is I'm making a English paper pieced Christmas stocking. I hope, there we go. It was a bit bright, but now it's okay. The pattern I'm using is by Molly and Mama, and I'm pretty sure it's called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I have not brought it up with me, which was silly. And in here I have all my basted hexagons in here. And I'm making this out of a kit actually that we no longer have in the shop. We do have an identical kit but in a different colourway. We have it in coral and aqua, which is gorgeous, and Bryony is making a Christmas stocking out of that colourway, so that would be really nice to see. This is pink and red, but we've still got the coral and the aqua in the shop, and the kit comes with basically everything you need: the papers, the fabrics, glue pen, scissors, needles and thread. I think that's it, in a lovely box, which I haven't got to show you either because I wasn't going to talk about that bit. So yeah, this is my progress, and it's quite nice to have some sewing for a change. So yeah, that is my last work in progress I'm going to share with you. Finished things. First up, I have these lovely socks. Oopsie. And I just made this pattern up. It's very simple. So these are based on my Sweet Vanilla toe up sock pattern, and I just added in on the front, it's just pearls basically. So on needle 1 I did knit 3, purl to the last 3, knit 3, and it just gives you this lovely texture which I love. So again, my beanie toe, which I just love that toe, but not as much as I love the Go Day heel. I've got the Go Day heel, and I did some 2x2 ribbing. Now where is the yarn? This is knit out of a very old but very lovely skein of the Bakery Bears yarn. Kay hasn't dyed yarn to sell in her shop for ages. In the colourway Fairy Garden. These socks, oh, this is embarrassing, okay. These socks are my July entry for the Rainbow Sock Chronicles, which I'm hosting with my lovely friend Kelly. Again, Kelly, Lay Family Yarns Kelly. And we're in November. I can't actually believe that, but we are in November. And these are my July socks. I am actually calling it a day. I'm admitting defeat on the Rainbow Sock Chronicles. Do you know, I was looking through the group threads last week or somewhere. I go in there every now and again and have a lovely browse, and I see some of you are doing 3 rainbows. So you're completing 3 socks a month and 2 rainbows, and it blows my mind, and you're keeping up. I know not everybody's keeping up, but a lot of you are, and honestly, it blows my mind. So very, very well done. Honestly, you are high up on a pedestal for me. But I have decided to admit defeat. I have a box of gorgeous socks. Another rhyme. Go in my Rainbow Sock Chronicles box. I have all the previous socks. I've got 6 pairs in there. So that is January to June, and so these are my July ones, and that is it for me. I just couldn't keep up. Also, in my defense, I have been designing socks as well, so I have knit a lot more than just these 7 pairs, but it's my knit along, and I did, honestly, I thought I was going to achieve it, and I really want that photo of 12 pairs of socks, but I'm just going to have 7 pairs of socks in my final photo. I think I should chat about that a little bit while I'm here actually. I'm going to put a link right, left, up here. I think it could be up that side, but I think it's this side. Lovely Kate from the Last Homely House says left for links, so I think it must be here. Don't you love Kate? She's gorgeous. Okay, so there'll be a link up here to the Rainbow Sock Chronicles video that I made. What feels like a lifetime ago now. and it is still running, and it ends on the 31st of December. So if you're keeping up, you'll be on November's pair of socks. So you'll be on your 11th pair of socks now. Amazing. And you'd have made a sock every month in the colours that are in the rules, are laid out. I'm not sure how I'd say that. So the last 3 months of the year were free choice. So you could pick a colour to slot somewhere in your final wheel of socks or your circle of socks. So you could be doing stripes or anything now. I don't know. It's fun. It'll be lovely. I cannot wait to see those final photos. And can I just give a shout out to my moderators? Oh my goodness, Christy and Steph. They have been lifesavers for me. I keep saying to them how grateful I am, but I don't think you realise, ladies, if you're watching this, what a lifesaver you've been to me. And they have been keeping the group ticking, and they chat, and they're just so lovely. So thank you, ladies. And anyway, so I have the chatter threads, yeah, in my group, and Kelly has the finished things thread in her group. So everyone in my group will be chatting about their November socks right now, and soon, in a couple of weeks' time, everyone will be chatting about their December socks. At the end of the year, you'll need to go across to Kelly's thread. You do that anyway, because you go over and you post your finished socks in the thread over at Kelly's, so that you're within a chance so that you have a chance to win a prize over there as well. But in December there'll be 2 threads in Kelly's Ravelry group. One will be the December finished things thread, and the other one will be the celebration sock circle thread. And this is the thread that you'll post your circle of socks, all in rainbow order, your 12 socks. You can only post in that thread if you've done all 12 socks, one for each month of the year. And there's a grand prize. And you see that blanket over there, that gorgeous alchemy blanket made by my lovely friend Nikki. One of those, not that one, a rainbow one, is the grand prize. Amazing. Nikki's so lovely. So I wanted to mention all of that because I feel like I've not really been on it lately. Well, I haven't been on it at all. Another finished thing. Oh, I've got a few here. Hang on. Oh golly, we'll do this one next. Another finished thing is a hat. This is, oh, look at those colours, so pretty. This is the Oslo hat. Have I got any details? Is it by Petite Knits? I think it's by Petite Knits. And this was a really good knit when I was feeling brain dead. So it's got a double calf. It's really nice. Let me think how you do. It's not a provisional cast on, is it? No, you cast on and then you knit up to this big bit. So you've knit all of that and all of that, and then you knit and join as you go, and then you just finish the hat. And I use 2 strands of fingering weight yarn. One is Hedgerow Yarns in Georgia Rose, and this is Merino and Silk blend. And the other one is, I'm pretty sure this is called Brambleberry, but it's by the Wool Barn, and it's actually, funnily enough, and not planned at all, is what this Magnolia sweater's knit in. This has got floof with it as well. And it was some leftovers. So I knit it with that and that held together. They're very similar colours, but they're both, I love them. And this is what it came out like. Just beautiful. And I had this pom-pom in my stash, which is from Wild Wool. I don't even remember where I got this. Oh, Rico design. Had it a very long time, so it's nice to use that. And I would put it on, but my Heidi plaits won't stand up to hats on and off. They're very temporary. A gust of wind will blow them down at this stage. So that's my Oslo hat. Oh golly. Another finished thing. This is for a gift, and I don't even know, this is a pattern of mine, I don't even know if last time I had published it, but it's my wondrous wash mitt. It's published now, just so you know. And this is a brilliant shower mitt. What I do is I put my hand inside with the bar of soap, and so my hand, let's put it on. So my hand goes in here with this textured side. I push the bar of soap in there, so I've got the soap inside, and I just scrub a dub all over. This side is nice for your face, this side is nice for your body. And this I knit for a friend that I was hoping to see. Okay, more news update. This is not going to be a short journal. I was supposed to be going to my lovely friend Kelly's retreat called the Woolly Retreat, and I was going with my lovely friend Gaynor, who is Tales from Cuckoo Land. We had our B&B booked and had it all organised, and I was too poorly to go, so that was such a bummer, to be quite honest. And I was so looking forward to meeting some new friends and some friends that I have on social media but I've never met. And this is for one of my friends who I've never met in real life, but she's been such a sweetheart to me. So this will be posted off to her now. I don't think she'll be expecting it, and so I'm really excited. Yeah, so it's my wondrous wash mitt, which is now available on Ravelry. Look at the bow. And on Etsy too. So that's that one. Now this is a very, I haven't sewn in my ends properly. This is a very interesting finished thing. What do you think this is? This goes this way up. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like a dress for a very tiny person. It looks like this is a boob tube and this is the skirt, doesn't it? But this is called a haramaki. I think that's how you say it. And it's a belly warmer. And if you're a long time viewer of this journal, you may remember that I had a childhood friend called Lucy who I was desperately searching for, and we found each other, and oh, it's lovely. I think of her so much. We don't chat hugely often because she's not really into social media or anything, but we chat every now and again, and I just love thinking about her and what we did together and stuff. Anyway, she has 2 daughters, which is lovely, and one of them contacted me and said, do you know of anybody who could make me one of these Japanese belly warmers? And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. What is that? Anyway, so she sent me a link to one that she'd found some written instructions for. So I did some more research, and apparently it's a thing in Japan. They believe that, and it's probably completely true, they believe that if you keep your internal organs warm, then you will stay warm. So they wear these things called haramakis, and it'll look really weird on me because it's tiny, because the young lady I've made it for is tiny, cute. So this goes under this stretches obviously, well, it won't stretch to my width, but, and then this bit kind of goes over your hips, like this, and you wear it underneath your clothes. So I've left the ends because I wanted to block it. I wove the ends in, wanted to block it before I cut them, which I have now blocked it. So I should get on and cut the ends. Yeah, so it felt so lovely to make this for her. And now I can post it off. I hope it's going to fit. She's very tiny, but I don't know. I did it to the pattern. I made the size small, but I think that this should have been a bit higher. I'm not sure. Maybe it will fit perfectly. I'm not really quite sure of how it fits. I've got a pattern here. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Do you know what else is really lovely about this pattern? It's called Makiko, which is the name of one of my best friends. Isn't that funny? She's Japanese, as the name suggests. Let's see if I can find a good picture for you. The lady's wearing it over... here we go. The lady in the picture is wearing it over clothes, but it is to be worn on bare skin, under clothes. And you can wear it as a cowl as well. There's another picture. It's really interesting. If you can see. There we go. Sort of can see it, can't you? The yarn I used was out of stash, and it was Knit Picks Capra in the undyed, and it used one, I'm guessing it was 100-gram ball. So yeah, so this is a haramaki, and it's got this really pretty stitch detail down here. And this is just rib, and it's got a picot bind off. Yes, I have. I've put the details. I think for everything I'm talking about today, the details are all on Ravelry. I've yet to put some pictures up, but I've made pages for everything. See, that's that. More finished things here. I don't think I'd even published this pattern when we last spoke either. So this is another pattern I've released. This is a DK sock pattern. And these are my cinnamon swirl socks. They're toe up again. And they've got this lovely pattern, twisted stitch pattern. They've got the Godet heel. Do you know, it took me ages to get the heel on this right. To get the numbers to work out. And I'm really pleased. So this is another finished pair of socks, and these are knit in Sherry Iris yarn. Lovely Sherry. She gave me this yarn as yarn support about 2 years ago. So sorry, Sherry. But I'll be able to wear these now, and I just love DK socks. They're a newfound love for me. I can't wear them in shoes, but I can wear them in slippers and just around the house. So I don't want to like talk for ages about this. I don't want my journals to be just a constant plug for my business. You know, it's great to have some extra sales, but that's not what it's about for me. So yeah, these are my cinnamon swirl socks. And last, no, it's not last but not least, nearly last but not least, is my St. NYX socks. The pattern is now released. They are not this dark. No, they are not this bright, I mean. Isn't that weird? This is a gorgeous sock set from Kelly of Lay Family Yarns. I'm really aware when I do that I get, because I've got a ring light here, and look, I look like an owl. So I'll try and do this a bit more. So again, it's a toe up sock pattern, Godet heel, and like I showed you on the Mrs. Claus socks, it's got rib underneath and the lovely rib fold over cuff. Oh, hello, come back to me. So yeah, I have a pair of those as well. This is the sample I knit for the pattern, but I can either give these as a gift or keep them for myself. I don't know about you, but I think that's partly why I've been in a bit of a knitting slump. it's because I feel like in this, I sound like a very old person when I say this, but in this day and age, or being very lucky, I don't feel like there's anything in particular I need to survive. You know, I have everything. I have a roof over my head, I have enough clothes and enough food to wear, so I don't need to make anything. And so I've got to the point where I have a lot of hand knit socks. I have a lot of jumpers. I have everything I want, and I've got to that point of saturation almost. I don't like having more than I need. And there's only 1 or 2 people in my family who are knit worthy. I've got friends who are very knit worthy, but I've got to the point where I feel like I've given all the people that I think would enjoy knitwear. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel when I make something, I feel I have to need it more than want it, which I think is silly because most of the pleasure for me comes out of making, like the journey of it. I don't know, something weird going on in my head at the moment. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so I do have something very exciting. Not that the others weren't exciting, but I feel like my excitement's passed because they're done now. I do have an exciting pattern coming out, I think next week, and it's called the Tiddly Pom Neck Snuggler, and it's an advent pattern. Can you see the tiddly poms? Oh, I just love the name. I've been dreaming up this cowl. I had the name first and I've been dreaming it up. So it's a double wrap infinity cowl. I'll put it on. Actually, I'll put it on now, shall I? And it takes 24 mini skeins. Oh, watch the Heidi plaits. So it uses 24 mini skeins and it's held with the Surrey silk alpaca. I think I got mine from Kelly at Lay Family Yarns and she calls it floof. But dandelion and dogwood, they have, I think theirs is called Fairground for the same kind of blend. But you can also get it from, is it Knit Picks? I think it's Knit Picks, a similar blend. Or you could use DK minis and then just hold one strand of DK. But it alternates, so you'll have a tiddly pom section and then you'll have a plain section, a tiddly pom and a plain, and so it goes. And so it goes. What else do I need to tell you about this? It's very cozy, very warm. I knit mine out of minis that I already had. Some were, there's a lot from Dandelion and Dogwood from advent calendars past. I think I had a few from West Green Loft Yarns, and I basically just went in my mini box. And so this will be coming out. So the idea is that on the 1st of December, if you have an advent calendar, a yarn advent calendar, you'll cast on and you'll do your first section on the 1st, and on the 2nd you can do your 2nd section, and on the 3rd, and so on. And they're really manageable sections. They don't take that long to do. So this will be out next week with a bit of luck. My test knitters are getting on really well. So yeah, Tiddly Pom Neck Snuggler. Oh, I feel like I've gone quite fast, but next time I won't have so much to catch you up on. A couple of favourite things at the moment are 2 podcasts and an audiobook with bits of fluff everywhere. So the 2 podcasts that I have been really loving, the first one is my lovely friend Tracy from the Comfy Red Couch. In October, she did Blogtober, and she moved all the way from, I need to get this correct. I think she moved from Toronto to Vancouver, and she vlogged the whole month, and it was really fascinating and interesting, and I really felt invested in her move. And she's a very dear friend of mine and one of my test knitters, and I just loved watching her journey. I'm so impressed. I mean, I think they had 6 days on the road. It was incredible, and it was so interesting to see basically the whole country. She went through all these different states. Lovely, and she's just lovely anyway. And she has a normal podcast. That doesn't sound good, does it? She podcasts all the time anyway. I think she does hers alternate weeks. So yeah, I recommend that. And I found a new to me podcast called Flossie, and the lady whose podcast it is called Claire Wells. I love her. I love her. She is so beautiful. Her hair is just to die for. Her taste is just right up my street. And she is just lovely. And her dog, oh my gosh, she has the cutest dog. I can't remember the doggy's name. But her name is Claire. And I haven't caught up on all of her podcasts yet, but I'm going to. I love her. She's just so nice. You'll love her too. Anyway, she also, now I think she works for Making Magazine, or a magazine like that. And she does release patterns, or does design patterns. And this is one of her patterns. The Winterfold Mittens. Yeah, I can show you all of that. Aren't they beautiful? And these are in woods. Oh, this is by Making Stories. So yeah, maybe it's just Making Stories. Not just Making Stories. Maybe it's Making Stories rather than Making. And I know, I think you can get that pattern separately on Ravelry. So I want to make these. She used a yarn that I couldn't get hold of, and so I went searching. And here in the UK, it's really hard to get hold of sport weight yarn, but I found this Camarose in this. I don't know what this says, and I'm not even going to try. But it's Camarose. And I got these two colours. I did really want a more yellow rather than mustard, but I think they'll look super pretty. You can see here, that's the kind of yellow I wanted, that lovely buttery warm yellow. So I'm hoping to make these mitts, because they're gorgeous. So yes, I recommend the Flossie podcast, and I'll put a link below. The last thing that I'd like to share with you is an audiobook I'm listening to at the moment. I have Audible subscription. I think it's the lowest one. I think it's just one book a month, and I'm listening to The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. Oh my goodness, I recommend this book so much. It's heartwarming, heartbreaking. It's full of kindness and full of cruelty, and the story is just, well, I haven't really guessed anything that happened, and I've only got 50 minutes left, and I'm saving it because I know I'm going to be so sad when it's finished, but it's so good. It's set in, I think it's 1930s kind of time in, where is it? It's a state in America. It's like Wild West kind of area. If you live in America and you just heard me say that, you'll be going, what are you talking about? But that's how I see it. And she's part of the Pack Horse Library, who delivers library books to really hard to reach families. Oh, it's so good. The prejudice that she faced, and it's literally heartbreaking, but also so heartwarming as well. I'm loving it. I just don't want it to finish. So they are my favourite things. And before I go, I just must show you my bracelet. These are some bracelets that we have in our shop. Oopsie. And they have sweet little progress keepers. These are all little progress keepers. And on this bigger ring here, there's some stitch markers. Ooh, oh, so pretty. It's kind of like a leather bangle really, and it's got a clasp. See? Twist and pull, and it's magnetic and it's so cool. And this is leather. Oh, it's so lovely. And yes, so these are in our shop, and we have lots of different colourways. This is the violet blue, but we have blush, turquoise, coral, and we have this size which fits me, which is the medium, and we have a small which is Bryony's size because she's a teeny tiny little thing. Yes, I just wanted to share those. And there's a vlog coming up which I haven't edited yet, and it's bits from the last 3 months basically, and a couple of bits from yesterday, and I cannot remember what's in it. There'll be some Mabel, there'll be some baking, I would have thought, and definitely some sewing. So thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you stay happy, healthy and crafty until I see you next time. Bye! I made this rope bowl for a lovely friend of mine. She's one of those people who has the kindest heart, and oh, she's just lovely. I don't think she realises how lovely and how clever she is as well. And I know she loves rainbows, so I did a little stack of rainbows. And it's got my little So Sweet Violet label on it. I do make these for my shop occasionally. I haven't made any for a while, but maybe I should get some more rope and do some more. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you. I thought it'd be great because she makes lots of things with tiny fiddly pieces, and I just thought this would be an excellent way to organise her workspace, because she makes a lot of things. So yeah, it's just a little shallow bowl. It looks pretty underneath. Look at that.